You didn't lose your keys, no window was smashed, no alarm went off, but someone who has never been within 100 feet of your vehicle just got inside, started the engine, and drove away. Or worse, they didn't take it, they just waited, watching, mapping everywhere you go, learning your schedule, knowing when your driveway is empty. Your smartphone has 4 cameras and a microphone, and people obsess over its privacy settings. Your car has dozens of wireless radios, a cellular modem, GPS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and in many cases, a constantly active internet connection, and most people have never thought about it once. Today, that changes. Welcome to Cypher Nexus. The modern automobile is no longer just a machine. It is a rolling computer network, one of the most complex computing environments most people will ever own, and it was built by an industry that spent a century thinking about horsepower, not hardening. The average new vehicle today runs between 50 and 150 separate electronic control units, small computers that manage everything from your braking system to your seat position memory. They're all networked together, and increasingly, they're all connected to the outside world. Today, we're breaking this down into 5 areas. 1. The attack surface. What's actually inside your car? 2. Remote keyless entry and relay attacks. 3. CAN bus, the nervous system with no immune system. 4. Telematics, over-the-air updates, and app vulnerabilities. 5. What data your car is collecting, and who already has it. Let's get into it. To understand why smart cars are such an attractive target, you first have to understand what you're actually dealing with. A modern connected vehicle typically has Bluetooth for your phone, audio, and increasingly, vehicle diagnostics. Wi-Fi for passenger hotspot access and dealer service connections. Cellular modems, always-on LTE or 5G connections for navigation, telematics, and remote services. These run 24 hours a day, even when the car is parked and you're asleep. RFID and NFC. In keyless entry fobs and digital car keys on smartphones. GPS receivers, not just for navigation, but for insurance monitoring, manufacturer analytics, and emergency services. TPMS sensors, the tire pressure monitoring system, which broadcasts a unique radio signal from each tire that can actually be used to track your vehicle's movements. OBD2 port, the diagnostic port under your dashboard that gives direct access to the vehicle's internal network. Many people have third-party dongles plugged into this port permanently, from their insurance company, their fleet manager, or an aftermarket tracker. Each one a potential entry point. And then there's V2X, vehicle-to-everything communication, beginning to roll out in newer vehicles, which allows cars to communicate directly with other cars, traffic infrastructure, and smart city systems. Every one of these is a radio. Every radio is a receiver. Every receiver is a potential attack surface. Researchers from UC San Diego and the University of Washington demonstrated this as far back as 2010. They achieved full remote control of a test vehicle through its cellular connection and CD player. That was 15 years ago. The attack surface has grown exponentially since. Let's start with something that affects tens of millions of vehicles on the road right now, including yours if you have a key fob. Modern keyless entry fobs work by broadcasting a low-power radio signal. When you approach the car, it detects the signal from your fob and unlocks. Some systems, called passive entry passive start or PEPS, don't even require you to press a button. They detect proximity automatically. This is convenient. It is also, from a security standpoint, remarkably easy to defeat. Here's how a relay attack works. And people are doing this in parking lots and residential streets right now. Attacker 1 stands near your front door, or your pocket, or wherever your key fob is. They carry a radio receiver that picks up the fob's signal, even through walls, through your jacket, through your bag. Attacker 2 stands near your car in the driveway or street. They carry a radio transmitter connected to Attacker 1's receiver. The system works like an extension cord for your key's radio signal. Attacker 1 captures your fob's transmission and relays it to Attacker 2, who rebroadcasts it next to the car. The car hears what sounds like your key fob standing right next to it. It unlocks. The engine starts. The entire attack takes about 10 seconds. The equipment costs less than $100 and is openly sold online. No alarm is triggered because the car received what appeared to be a completely legitimate signal from the correct key. Signal boosting and amplification. A variation called a signal amplifier attack works on a single attacker. Instead of relaying to an accomplice near the car, they simply amplify the fob's signal enough to reach the vehicle from a distance. Cars parked on a street, vehicles in parking structures, anything within range. The fix and its limitations. Manufacturers have responded with ultra-wideband (UWB) positioning, which can verify not just that a key signal is present, but precisely where the key is relative to the vehicle, making relayed signals much harder to spoof. Some newer models from Apple CarPlay partners and premium manufacturers use this, but the installed base, hundreds of millions of older keyless vehicles on the road, has no retrofit path. And even UWB implementations have been shown to have weaknesses under certain conditions. The low-tech fix? A Faraday pouch for your key fob. Blocks the radio signal entirely when the key is stored. Inelegant, effective. What is the CAN bus? Inside every modern vehicle is a communications network called the Controller Area Network, or CAN bus. Developed by Bosch in the 1980s, it was designed to let the different electronic control units in a vehicle talk to each other efficiently over a simple two-wire network. Your engine control unit sends messages to the transmission. Your ABS system communicates with the stability control. Your airbag sensors report to the airbag deployment module. All of this flows over the CAN bus, dozens of messages per millisecond. The CAN bus was a brilliant engineering solution for 1986. It has one enormous, catastrophic flaw for 2025. There is no authentication whatsoever. Any device on the CAN bus can send any message it wants. There are no digital signatures, no verification, no way for a receiving module to confirm that a message actually came from a legitimate sender. This is like a hospital intercom system where anyone, patient, visitor, janitor, can pick up any handset and broadcast whatever they want, and the entire hospital will treat it as a doctor's official instruction. What can an attacker do with CAN bus access? When security researchers Charlie Miller and Chris Valasek gave their landmark demonstration for Wired magazine in 2015, they exploited a Jeep Cherokee's cellular connection to reach its internal network, and through it the CAN bus. From a laptop miles away, they turned on the air conditioning, blasted music, killed the transmission while the car was on a highway, and eventually took control of the steering. The journalist driving the vehicle, Andy Greenberg, described feeling the brakes become unresponsive and the steering wheel move on its own. Chrysler recalled 1.4 million vehicles, and the fundamental architectural problem, an unauthenticated internal network, still exists in the vast majority of vehicles on the road. Physical CAN bus access. You don't need to hack in remotely to reach the CAN bus. The OBD2 port under your dashboard is a direct physical connection. A device plugged in there has full network access. Insurers, fleet managers, and aftermarket accessory makers have sold OBD2 dongles for years. Most of these devices have minimal security. Researchers have compromised vehicles by first attacking the cellular connection of a third-party OBD dongle, then pivoting through it onto the vehicle's CAN bus. Your insurance company's discount device might be the key to your car's brain, the always-on connection. Your vehicle's telematics unit, sometimes called a TCU, is a cellular modem that connects your car to the manufacturer's cloud infrastructure continuously. This is what powers features like remote start from an app, over-the-air software updates, stolen vehicle tracking, and emergency call services. It's a computer running software connected to the internet around the clock. From a security standpoint, it requires exactly the same rigor as any internet-facing server. The question is whether it gets that rigor. Over-the-air update vulnerabilities. OTA updates are now standard across the industry. Tesla pioneered it. Every major manufacturer now pushes software to vehicles remotely. The security of this process matters enormously. If an attacker can intercept or spoof an OTA update, they can push arbitrary code to a vehicle's systems, including safety-critical ones. Proper OTA security requires cryptographic signing of update packages and verification on the vehicle side before installation. Most major manufacturers do implement this, but the update delivery infrastructure, the manufacturer's cloud servers, the authentication between vehicle and server, every link in that chain is a potential target. In 2023, researchers discovered that a vulnerability in SiriusXM's connected vehicle platform, used by multiple manufacturers, allowed them to remotely unlock, start, and locate vehicles simply by knowing a target's VIN number. VIN numbers are public. They're printed on the dashboard, visible through the windshield. The attack required no physical access, no compromise of the vehicle itself, just a flaw in the cloud service that the vehicle trusted. The companion app. Every manufacturer now has a smartphone app. These apps are juicy targets. They typically hold credentials that can trigger remote vehicle functions, unlocking doors, starting the engine, controlling the climate system, and they talk to the same cloud infrastructure as the telematics unit. Security researchers have found serious vulnerabilities in multiple manufacturer apps. A broken access control flaw found in a major manufacturer's API meant that with a valid account, any account, you could query other users' vehicles if you knew their VIN or username. Researchers demonstrated the ability to locate, unlock, and start vehicles belonging to other users. A JWT token vulnerability in another manufacturer's system allowed tokens to remain valid indefinitely, meaning a compromised credential never expired. Account takeover via email enumeration generation has been demonstrated across multiple platforms, learning which email addresses have accounts, then exploiting weak password reset flows. This is the attack chain manufacturers must defend across every layer. A break at any point cascades. Third-party integrations. Many vehicles integrate with third-party services, insurance trackers, fleet management platforms, dealer diagnostic networks, connected home systems. Each integration extends the attack surface. Each third party is a potential weak link whose security posture you have no visibility into and no control over. Even setting aside active hacking, there is a quieter, more pervasive threat that nearly every driver is entirely unaware of. Your car is collecting extraordinary amounts of data about you, and in many cases, it is sharing that data in ways you never explicitly agreed to. A 2023 investigation by Mozilla Foundation, researchers who evaluate the privacy of connected products, examined 25 major car brands against their data collection and sharing practices. Every single one of them failed their privacy standards. They called the automobile industry the worst product category for privacy they had ever reviewed. What data is being collected? The categories are extensive. Location and movement data. Where you go, when you leave, when you return, which routes you take, how often you visit specific locations. Driving behavior, speed, hard braking, rapid acceleration, cornering forces, times of day you drive, miles driven. In-cabin data. Some vehicles with interior cameras collect data about driver attention and facial expressions. Seat sensor data can infer how many occupants are present. Voice data. Interactions with in-car voice assistants are often recorded and sent to cloud servers for processing. Smartphone data. When you connect your phone via Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay/Android Auto, some vehicles extract contacts, call logs, and app data from the connected device. Sexual behavior, immigration status, and mental health information. Yes, those exact categories were listed in the actual privacy policies of several manufacturers that Mozilla reviewed, as data they may collect or infer. Who gets this data? Manufacturer internal analytics teams, third-party data brokers, companies that aggregate, package, and sell personal data commercially, insurance companies, and there have been documented cases of driving behavior data being sold to insurers without clear driver consent, resulting in premium increases. Law enforcement, via subpoena, or in some jurisdictions, proactive data sharing agreements. And in the event of a breach, anyone who manages to get in. The hacker angle. From an attacker's perspective, this data repository is a gold mine entirely separate from vehicle control. Knowing someone's precise location history, every address they visit, every time, enables targeted burglaries timed to when you're away. Physical surveillance. Social engineering attacks built on intimate knowledge of your patterns. Stalking. Intimate partner surveillance. The data collected by your car is, in many cases, more revealing about your life than the data on your phone. This is a harder situation than account security. You can't install a third-party security patch on your CAN bus, but there are meaningful steps you can take. 1. Use a Faraday pouch for your key fob. Cheap, immediate, eliminates relay and amplifier attacks entirely. Non-negotiable if you have a keyless entry vehicle. 2. Audit what's plugged into your OBD2 port. If you have an insurer's tracking dongle or any aftermarket device plugged in under your dash, research its security posture. If you can remove it without losing a discount you value, consider doing so. 3. Keep your vehicle's software updated. OTA updates frequently include security patches. Don't delay them the way you delay your phone update. In this context, they matter more. 4. Secure your manufacturer app. Use a strong, unique password. Enable two-factor authentication if the platform offers it. Many now do. Review which permissions the app requests. 5. Understand what you're agreeing to before connecting your phone to a new vehicle or enabling telematics services. Understand what data is collected. Many manufacturers allow you to opt out of certain analytics categories in the vehicle settings or through their account portal. 6. Disable what you don't use. If you don't use the vehicle's Wi-Fi hotspot, turn it off. If you don't use Remote Start, consider whether the app connection that enables it is worth the attack surface it creates. 7. Advocate for better standards. This is genuinely a policy and standards problem. The automotive industry needs mandatory security standards the way it has mandatory crash safety standards. Organizations like NHTSA in the US have published cybersecurity guidance, but it remains largely voluntary. Consumer awareness and pressure matter. The automobile transformed the 20th century. The connected vehicle is transforming the 21st, and it's doing so faster than the security infrastructure needed to protect it can be built. Your car is not just transportation. It is a node on the internet. It holds your location history, your behavior patterns, your physical access credentials, and in some cases, direct control over safety-critical systems. The hackers know this. The data brokers know this. The question is whether drivers know it. Now you do. Share this with someone who just bought a new car and thinks the biggest risk is a fender bender. Subscribe to Cypher Nexus for weekly deep dives that cut through the noise and show you how the technology around you actually works and where it breaks. I'll see you in the next one.